Hello guys, it's Stephen and Phil here, back with another kit review of the 2019-20 season on FOOTY.COM. Today we're taking a closer look at Inter Milan, but don't forget, if you are a fan of kits and football culture, that's the word I meant to say there. And make sure you subscribe to FOOTY.COM because we're reviewing all the kit releases for next season, and we've done so far absolutely loads. We've got AC Milan, Rome, and then we've got Chelsea, United, Bayern, Juventus, just loads. Just trust us on that. So hit that subscribe button. Today we've got this very interesting take on Inter Milan's traditions, I guess. Phil, what is your take on this shirt so far? What you've seen of it?
Yeah, this is part one of two for shocking changes that Nike are making, and later on we'll see Barcelona in the coming days. But for now, we're looking at Inter Milan, and it's a very, very big departure. You know, at first glance, you can think, oh, it's a striped kit, and you actually realize they've broken up those famous stripes.
It's worth noting that we saw leaks this a while back, and so this kit has been in our conscious now for a while, hasn't it? We've been getting. I mean, personally, I think I've been getting used to it, which is always worth noting. But go on, you were saying.
Well, I think the thing is about the design. What I like is it's not actually just completely out of left field, because that diagonal type motif is something which Inter Milan had in the late 80s, early 90s. A couple of kits. Yeah, a couple of kits. And particularly there was a really nice away kit, which is worth finding, which is kind of a white base, but with a...
Do you want to hear that?
I think it was 89.
Okay, I'll look for that. It should be on screen right now, hopefully, if we can find it.
Yeah, and that kit had a similar kind of diagonal pattern with the white and blue. So actually, it's really nice that they've combined that idea with the home kit. You know, I must admit that at first I wasn't sure, but as you say, as it's been in our consciousness,
time's a healer, isn't it?
It is, and to be honest, looking at the execution of the idea, it looks really good. The way that
I actually agree they've done it well. Weirdly,
yeah. Well, the way that those black stripes and
they interlock into they lean over into the next one. And things
exactly,
like that.
And I must admit, I saw. One of my first thoughts was, would it look better if the stripes continued in the diagonal pattern? But I saw some concepts, and actually I did think it did look better. I think this design...
Do you think they probably tried that themselves?
Yes, I think there's something about it which, yes, it's a little bit jarring at first, but, you know, I mean, the sponsor fits really well there. There's a fantastic kind of consistency between the cuffs and the collar. Yeah. And instantly that collar, that kind of thick white outline is something which we haven't seen actually for quite a few years on Inter kits. Yeah. Back when Ibra was there, they had a kit like this. So yeah, notably, it's a really good one.
The cuffs and the collar anyway at least has a similar treatment to the Roma one, obviously without that kind of mad lightning bolt pattern on it that we discussed a couple of days ago and watched. That's a very good kit that. But it's got that same kind of little blocked off a little bit there, hasn't it, as well?
Yeah, and that's good that a few kits, while some shirts from Nike do have last season's kind of drop neck colour. This one is a slightly improved one, I'd say, with the extra bit at the top. Yeah. Interesting to say that the Inter women's team led very much the marketing for this, which is
they've had a good year apparently.
Yeah, and it's a great change, you know. Yeah. I think we've talked a lot.
We've seen more of it, haven't we? Which is nice. Like we are seeing more of it.
Well, it's become, you know, I think more than just a token nod now, which is really good to see. Yeah. But yeah, looking at the kit there, I mean, what I would say as well, I think a missed opportunity to maybe have some diagonal detail on the socks. That's a very small
I would agree with that as well, yeah. It would be quite fun, that, wouldn't it?
Just when we saw Roma's, you know, that was one thing which
was a nice thing. About the socks this year,
I think, you know,
socks are back in fashion.
It's no longer, well... For a lot of teams, it's an afterthought, but I do like that.
I do like it when they get socks right. It's like it just pulls everything together. Outfit is important, you know. Get your outfits right. But these socks look a bit, not quite right, are they?
Yeah, they're just a bit simple.
But this shirt, in general, it's grown on me quite a bit. Okay, I think it's once again, it feels quite fresh stuff, but it isn't quite right. Like, you know, to me, the way I feel about it, it's like it's not a great shirt. It's an all right shirt. Something about it just doesn't quite grab you. And you're not sure why. Even though you think it's actually like all right, but it seems like the execution of the idea is interesting, but it's not like, maybe I've just gotten used to it, but like I feel like something about it doesn't have that extra pizzazz, or, you know, like something.
I think it's always difficult when you have a team and a design which is so iconic as Inter stripes are. Yeah. I think to change that, you know, credit to the club, to Nike for doing that, but it would be very hard to argue that this is a classic Inter shirt. You know, I think despite how well they've done, and I think it is a really good departure to mix things up. But having said that, you know, I'd still probably rather take their rivals, AC Milan. You know, if I had to pick a shirt, I think
it's gorgeous.
When you compare the two, this is great and this is bold, and you've got a Nike because they're often many people assume that they are very boring when it comes to kits. This is clearly not boring.
They've been quite creative for the kits we've seen so far this season.
Chelsea's a good example.
Yeah, more than we realised. You can watch the other videos with the Nike kits. They've been a lot more creative.
Yep.
Obviously, as well, they could be wearing this in Champions League next season. As we're recording this, they've got one more game. If they win it, they go into the Champions League. So this kit could either be a Europa League one or a Champions League one, which could affect the memory of that shirt, as these things always
Very
do.
true.
Right, if you are new to this channel, basically we've been doing loads of reviews of the shirts and ranking them all, this kind of stuff. And these are the current rankings up on screen at the moment. So we've got AC Milan up there at the top with 90, they're crosstown rivals, and that's a beautiful, essentially the definition of sartorial elegant, isn't it? It's just gorgeous, it's classy, it's modern. Perfect. And then you got Roma as well. The Italian shirts are doing pretty well this year so far. And then loads there. I said that actually, then I forgot Juventus right down near the wooden spoon territory. Phil, where does this one sit for you on this ranking?
This one I think is definitely in the top half. I think, looking at this list, largely because of the creativity and the bold direction, I think that deserves a lot of credit. But
is it nicer than Munch Gladbacks with the smoke and all
well,
kind of stuff?
I think that's the thing. To me,
it's very much around there for me. Like around that.
I would actually edge it ahead of that. I think it's very much a taste thing. I guess, and in this list, obviously, even between ourselves, when you look at it, kind of shirts, when it's within 2 or 3 points, it's very much a taste thing. It could swing either way. But I do think this is memorable, and I think the execution of the ideas we've said is really good.
It takes bravery as well.
It does. And I think with that in mind, I'm going to put it ahead of Liverpool 82, filling the gap there.
Okay.
Which is, we're filling in the numbers now. But I do think this is a shirt which, when I first had the idea of a diagonal kind of section on the Inter shirt, I wasn't keen, but to be honest, they've won me over, so it's a good shirt. I'm
going to start arrogantly having my little scores that are relevant, but Phil's is the final say. I would give it around like a 79, I think. I think it's very much similar, but we're talking like
perhaps we should average out our scores.
Nah, we'll go for yours still. We're about 0.3 off there, so essentially we really agree. Let's be honest, we're pretty much, we've both agreed it rounds out to around an 8 out of 10 as a shirt. Let us know what you think of that. Tell us who's closer to score, mine or Phil, but either way, let us know if you like this kit, and make sure you check out the other videos on FOOTY.COM as ever. There'll be a video tomorrow about Atletico Madrid's new shirt. Yesterday we had AS Roma's, and what have we done this week as well? So many more. AC Milan, Leicester we've done Ajax away. They're all there. Just go and subscribe. Go and like those videos. Go watch those videos, and we'll see you tomorrow.